Welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. In today's video, we are back with another historic what if, and today we're seeing what if the Pistons didn't screw up the 2003 draft. Detroit had the number 2 overall pick in this year's draft. LeBron James obviously went number 1 overall to Cleveland, but Detroit missed out on guys like Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Carmelo Anthony, and they drafted Darko Milicic, which just really never worked out. Obviously, pretty big draft bust, but we also look at this from the other side, because this upcoming season after this, the Pistons won the finals. So, to be fair, I mean, obviously they regret not taking one of those players, but in the long run, they still got their championship. But end of the day, we're going to rewrite history a little bit, see if we can change some things up, maybe get the Pistons a couple championships today. And this suggestion was a comment from one of you guys. So if you guys have anything else you want to see, let me know down below in the comment section. Obviously, we are in the dog days of August, waiting until 2K24 drops in mid-September. So until then, we're just going to keep grinding out 2K23, and anything you guys want to see, let me know down below. But again, man, some things are definitely going to change in the landscape of NBA history. Let's go in and see if we can get the Pistons a couple championships. We are currently in the 2003 offseason, right before the 2003-2004 NBA season. Now, obviously, you can see we have not simmed up to the draft yet, and we're going to have a pretty big decision to make, obviously, with this number 2 overall pick. Now, I should tell you guys, I'm sure some of you do know this, but this pick is actually not the Pistons' own pick. It came from the Memphis Grizzlies. The Pistons were not a bad team in this era. Obviously, as I mentioned, they won the championship the upcoming season. So our goal today is to hopefully reciprocate that and see if we can maybe get more than one, as I've mentioned. So let's just hop into it. In terms of staff signing, Rick Carlisle has some pretty good ratings. Really not much else can improve here besides maybe potential, but I don't really see a reason to change him up. He's obviously going to stay. So we're good there. Let's head up to the draft. I did make sure that the draft order is correct for the first 5 picks. I didn't really do much after that. I mean, if we take a look at this right here, you know, obviously LeBron, Carmelo, Bosh, Wade, there's really not a ton in here that really needs to be changed outside of that. I mean, obviously, let me just try to go find him. Yep, Darko Milicic is here. He's ranked 23rd here, but again, we're not drafting Darko Milicic. So, assuming Cleveland doesn't screw up number 1, we're going to have our pick. And, yeah, I mean, we'll dive into this roster in terms of kind of some of our needs. Obviously, Chauncey Billups is here. Rip Hamilton here at the 2. I fully plan on bringing him back, so we will see. And then really my decision is going to come down to between Carmelo Anthony and Chris Bosh, because as good as Dwayne Wade was, and honestly, he's probably the second best player from this draft class. I'm assuming most of us can agree on that. I don't need a shooting guard right now, and again, maybe I can move some positions around, but I think it would be a little bit more fun to maybe go out and get Melo. I think that would be really, really fun. So we'll see. Hopefully Cleveland does not royally screw this up. Are you kidding me? I'm not going to... It's stupid. I'm not going to take LeBron because obviously in this hypothetical, they still would not have had the chance to actually draft LeBron. He still goes number 1 to Cleveland. So let me go ahead and see if there's a way to work something out here. If not, I'm just going to take LeBron, then I'll put on the trade finder, or excuse me, trade override after. But, I mean, I highly doubt that Cleveland would not want LeBron. Okay. See, it's that simple. So I wanted Melo the whole time from the jump. I think it makes the most sense for us. I'm assuming now Cleveland takes LeBron James. They get him for maybe, what, a couple $1 million cheaper. Let's just watch the rest of this, see how it plays out. Here at number 3, the Denver Nuggets end up taking Dwayne Wade. Obviously, that's where Carmelo went in real life. And now at number 4, does Toronto still take Chris Bosh? Assuming they probably do. There's a trade. Sam Cassell. Oh, that's... No, wait, what? Was there a different trade prior to that? Okay, I have no idea what the hell just happened. You just saw that the Raptors had that pick, which is weird, but I don't really know. Okay, nonetheless, it's confusing the shit out of me. We do have some other picks as well. I fact-checked this. They do have number 25 in real life as well, or they did. I don't really need number 29 in round 2, and nobody wants to give me anything. So how about a different second? Can we just get some second-round picks, please? I don't really need anybody. Oh, man, this is way too hard. Thank you very much, Dallas. Okay, so if there's any real players here at number 25, I mean, we could maybe look to take, someone that could be beneficial to this team. But, again, I don't think it's going to be anybody too good if there is anybody here. Is that Nick Collison? Interesting. Oh, Kyle Korver had just gone. He would have been a fun addition for us. David West is here. Kendrick Perkins here. Leandro Barbosa. All right, so there's some options. Matt Bonner is down here as well. You know what? Screw it. Let me go ahead and take David West. Luke Walton's also here. You can see he's a 72. He's ranked higher than David West, but I think I want David West. I'm going to take David West. All right, welcome to Detroit. Potentially could be a backup power forward for us. We'll see. But obviously, Carmelo Anthony is kind of the big name that we're acquiring. David West actually ends up being a 73 overall. So we have nothing here in team player options. And now the rest of this is kind of just with see what ends up panning out for us. I mean, obviously we have a very good team already, so hopefully we can end up actually going out and winning something, but we will see. In terms of free agency, I know we have Rip Hamilton as a free agent. I am hoping the game lets me bring him back. If it doesn't, I'm going to be very, very mad. Hopefully it does, because this would really kind of hinder my rebuild quite a bit if I was not able to do so, and I'm not. Okay, that sucks. Gotta love 2K. Okay, so I basically have to clear like $3-ish million right now. I mean, there's definitely some options here for guys I can move. I mean, I could just move John Barry right off the rip, or Hubert Davis, probably not going to happen. And I could also, there's some. Who is John Mobley, and why is he making $4 million? Thank you very much, Utah. Does that give me enough money for Rip Hamilton? I mean, do we have any other cap holds? I don't know if we do, but obviously getting Hamilton back is really important. So, I mean, I'm going to make this work, but okay. Hopefully this is enough money for him. I don't know if it's going to be, but I don't have bird rights on anybody else, and he's going to come back. Okay, that's huge. I mean, if I don't get him back, this really kind of hurts my rebuild quite a bit, but obviously very happy to get him back here. And in terms of this team right now, there's a couple things we can do. We do have to decide who is going to be our starting power forward, because probably not going to be David West. I mean, I could move Melo maybe to the starting four for now. Not the worst idea in the world. Just like Corliss Williamson here, maybe start. We'll see. We're making a trade here with Memphis. We're sending them Pepe Sanchez and Malcolm Forbes for a future first-round pick in 2007 and Alexander Lamb, whoever the hell that is. Sanchez or Forbes, neither of them were going to play for us. So first-round pick is obviously another great trade asset for me, and I think it's a really, really good first trade. We're going to be signing 33-year-old Alonzo Mourning, who's an 80 overall to a 3-year deal. Obviously, we're looking for a backup center right now to back up one of the best defensive centers in NBA history here in Ben Wallace. So, again, this is obviously not prime Alonzo Mourning, and, he's not going to be as dominant as he once was. But, again, oh, wow, those stats are pretty tricky. But, again, it's going to be good to have him here just in terms of overall, and it's probably one of the better backup center options we can actually go out and get. So, I've been trying to figure out some sort of trade to make an upgrade at the power forward spot or the small forward spot. I can start Melo at either. And again, there's just really not much value here for Corliss Williamson at this point. So he's probably going to start, which means Melo's going to have to start at the 4. His overall goes down 1. Not too big of a deal. Again, it's probably going to be a 1-year thing only, and then we'll look to probably go ahead, make an upgrade in the offseason. So I believe we're actually pretty much all set. I am going to go ahead and let David West be the backup here for Melo. So 2 rookies at our power forward spot. But again, I am excited to see how it kind of all plays out. And Hubert Davis is still here. I mean, I don't know if there's any upgrades here. I mean, could go get maybe James Granger. Steve Smith's a little old. Edmund Brown's only 6'4". Yeah, I mean, I just don't really love any of these options, to be quite honest with you. I really don't. So, fuck it. I'll take a flyer here on James Granger. We'll do a 2-year deal. Could be a trade piece for me. Again, it's just a little bit of a higher overall, because again, I do think this team is contending. So you want the best players possible. So Hubert Davis, who's expiring after this year, actually can get me a first-round pick. Thank you very much. So we have a lot of first-round picks now. And I do not name DJ Whitman, whoever you are. All right, I guess I do. All right, I'll see you guys at the start of year 1. Now, the start of year 1 for us here in Detroit. We've obviously gone ahead and changed some things that have happened in NBA history already, but the one thing we're hoping to repeat is who ends up winning the finals this year. It's going to be Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, Corliss Williamson, Carmelo Anthony, and Ben Wallace. It's a really, really good kind of 1 through 5, especially for this era. Bench unit's going to be led by Chuki Atkins. I'm not having a big man, especially, a center and Alonzo Mourning as a 6th man, but he will be my 7th man backing up Ben Wallace, followed by James Granger, David West, and John Barry down here as well. So again, it's not a terrible bench. It's not the greatest bench I definitely could have, so it's something we'll work on in the offseason. But as of now, I'll see you guys at the end of year 1. Year 1 is over. We go 54-28. I have no idea what seed that is here in the Eastern Conference, but I do imagine it is pretty good. Top 3, I would say. Kobe Bryant is your MVP. Very, very cool seeing him in number 8 again. Oh, man, I wish I was a little bit older for those days. It would have been really cool. LeBron wins Rookie of the Year. I mean, it's going to say he went 2nd overall, technically, because he did, but we all know he's in Cleveland. He went 1st. Alvin Williams, 6th Man of the Year in Toronto. Ben Wallace wins the DPOY for us. That's obviously great. Obviously, his job here is not to score the basketball, but almost 14 rebounds a game on top of tremendous defense. You really can't beat it. Joseph Forte, most improved. Don't know much about him. And then Phil Jackson wins Coach of the Year. I love that stash. 60-22. So we're the 1 seed here in the Eastern Conference. Lakers the 1 seed over there in the West. Let's take a full look at the standings right now. Magic behind us, followed by the New Jersey Nets. Here's a look at the West. Obviously, Phil Jackson and the Lakers took the 1 seed. I mean, this Western Conference, I've done rebuilds like in this, it's called the Kobe and Shaq era at this time, but like in the settings when you hop in, and doing Western Conference rebuilds is a big pain in the ass. There's a lot of good teams. Let's take a look at the numbers on the year. Obviously, Carmelo Anthony, David West, both in their rookie years. Carmelo actually leads us in scoring. That's great. Really happy we were able to get Rip Hamilton back. If we were not, that would have been a very big problem for us. Chauncey Billups was good. Corliss Williamson, not too bad. Alonzo Mourning off the bench, actually pretty solid. I mean, again, that overall at 34 years old is not going to be too great, but 10-6, really can't ask for much more. So I'm pretty happy with the way things are looking. Not even a terrible rookie year from David West. I can live with that. But Melo obviously was great, assuming he was probably top 2, maybe 3 at the worst in terms of rookie of the year running. So let's see if we can maybe repeat history a little bit. Here's a look at the Toronto Raptors. Sam Cassell, Vince Carter, Alfonso Quinn, Tyrone Hill, Vladimir Ramadanovic. I can't fucking do names. Radmanovich. I don't know how to pronounce names. Okay, we actually go down 2-0 to start that series. That's not great. We do tie it 2-2. We win. Excuse me. We go up 3-2. We're going to Game 7, and thank God we end up winning. We go down 0-2 on our home floor to start. That's not great. Moving on to Milwaukee. Grady Thomas. Oh my God, you're a 65 overall. Ray Allen, Michael Redd, Chris Bosh ended up here again. That trade confused me. I set the draft order correctly, and somehow there was some sort of trade. I don't really know, but nonetheless, let's see if we can get by the Bucks here in the Eastern Conference semifinals. We're currently 2-2 with them. We go up 3-2. Go into Game 7 once again, and we win again. Holy shit. And it is us and the Orlando Magic. Obviously, T-Mac's here. I just did one of these rebuilds with T-Mac the other day. Yeah, they're good, and they're a pretty big pain in the ass, if I do say so myself. So, currently, we are 1-1 with the Orlando Magic. We are 2-2. We go down 3-2. We're going to Game 7 for the third straight series, and this time we get bounced. It is going to be a Spurs and a Magic finals. To be honest, I don't know if we beat this Spurs team, but man, oh man, it's sad. Spurs going to win it all. Timmy Duncan, age 28, winning a finals MVP. He ended up being pretty good. All right, so obviously that sucks. Carmelo Anthony obviously never won a ring in his career, and this was technically the year the Pistons actually won a ring, but sucks to see. Let's look at some player retirements. We're not talking about him. Scottie Pippen calls it here. Steve Kerr, Sean Kemp, Glenn Rice, Derek Coleman. All pretty big names that played in the league for quite some time. Oh, wow, never mind. Okay, staff retirements. I don't know who Darren Bishop is. Hall of Fame, Scottie Pippen. And then jersey retirements. Here you got Scottie Pippen and Sean Kemp. All right, historic changes. Let's just check this out. So the Charlotte Bobcats are getting added as an expansion team. That's cool. They're changing the logo and uniforms of the Jazz, of the Kings, of the Blazers. Are they doing anything for us here in Detroit? Does not appear so. So, all right, let's hit the draft lottery right now. We're not going to have a lottery pick of our own. I don't think I traded for anything in the lottery, but I'm not seeing any Pistons logos. So, Atlanta, Portland, Philadelphia. This is like the Dwight Howard draft class, I believe. I want to double check that, right? It is, right? Yes, it is. Cool. Okay, so staff signing right here. I'm still very comfortable with Carlisle. He has the ratings. You're not going to really find anybody much better than him. So let's head up to the draft. Do we have our first? We do. And we also have the Bucks first round pick at number 23. So I'm only saying this, and again, this is a lot different than kind of the way I view this in like a normal rebuild. Here in these historic rebuilds, I think the draft pick's a little bit more important. And I say that because, one, the free agents you're typically able to sign are not as good as the ones you can sign in the current rebuild. So if you can get some guys with some like 74, 75 overalls, those are the same overalls as a lot of the free agents you can sign, but those guys that you draft end up progressing. So that's why I think it's somewhat important, so I might try to move up a little bit is really what I'm trying to say. The Houston Rockets have the 5th overall pick. These are our 2 first-round picks. This is James Granger, and yeah, I don't know if this is going to be able to get me number 5. Probably not. In terms of the cap space they have, it's not a lot. I don't want to move David West. I'm not going to move Mourning, so honestly, it's going to have to be some other assets. And again, even by giving up these assets, I really feel like I'm giving them up for bench pieces because that's what this player is going to be, whoever it ends up being. They're not going to take that. How about I'll give up my first next year. I think we'll be good. They don't agree to that. Wow, it's going to have to be another first? Holy shit. I'll do 2006 too. Quite honestly, I don't think we're going to be okay. Cool. I don't think we're going to be bad at all. So let me just make sure the guy I want doesn't go. I'm assuming Dwight's going number 1. He goes to Atlanta. He actually ends up in Atlanta in real life as well. Devin Harris goes 2. Not who I was targeting. Zach Howard. I don't know who that is, but he goes 3. Do not screw me, New York. Do not screw me. Oh my God, there's a trade. It is a trade for Antoine. Oh my God, is that what the Celtics? Allen Houston's going to Boston. Antoine Walker's going to New York. Don't do that to me. They take, I don't know who that is. And funny enough, he's from Massachusetts. I'm getting my guy. It is going to be Mr. Andre Iguodala. I don't even know how old the man is now, but obviously had a very, very good NBA career, and I am very, very happy he's going to be here. Going to be a good bench piece for me. So welcome to the team, Iggy. Obviously, we gave up a lot to get that number 5 overall pick. It's going to be worth it. Daquan Porter, probably not going to get that qualifying from me. We take a look at free agency. We really don't have any free agents. I don't think so, unless there's just not... Do we not have bird rights on somebody again? No, doesn't really look like it. Okay, I think now is the time that I have to decide what I want to do with Corliss Williamson here. There's also a possibility I could just have Iggy start. I mean, obviously he ended up being pretty good, starting level player, so I could do that, but in a championship year, I would probably prefer him maybe come off the bench. So there's definitely could be a trade in the works. Not sure exactly what it may be, but we'll see. Okay, we made a very big trade with the Los Angeles Clippers, and we added Carlos Boozer to this team. We sent Corliss Williamson, Alonzo Mourning, and 3 future first-round picks, and we acquired Carlos Boozer. Now, obviously, that's a really pretty big price to pay. I mean, that is a lot of assets, but this is my thought process. Obviously, Williamson's in the trade. I mean, that's the upgrade we're making while getting Carlos Boozer. I'm trading Alonzo Mourning in there, although he played well for us. Again, that age at 34, 35 now, he's going to regress even harder. And then those draft picks are kind of what you have to give up. So I'm fine with it. I think this is a championship caliber team. Melo obviously going to get moved back to the small forward spot where he will start. And yeah, I mean, this starting 5 is absolutely insane. I'm very, very excited to see how it kind of plays out. So in terms of this bench, I think there's a couple changes. I'm kind of fine with Chucky Atkins, but I am a little bit nervous about that, basically 30 years old. Iggy obviously is a great replacement here. David West, I'm still rolling with, so we need to find ourselves a backup center right now, and then either a small forward or shooting guard, because Iggy can play either. So let's look at our options here. Oh my God, I have Manu Ginobili money. Oh my God, 100%, 10 times over, yes. Oh my God, Manu Ginobili, welcome to Detroit. That is an absolutely insane signing. One that I did not think we would even have close to the money for, but yeah, that's mind-bogglingly good. And now we're just going to have to find a new backup center, obviously. Oh, my God, why does Iggy look like he's like 40 right now in his rookie year? I mean, it's great. This is obviously a significantly upgraded bench, but I'm still a little shocked. And then in terms of the centers, Greg Ostertag might be the guy. What? Who is this? Wang ZZ? That's an awesome name. Is he a real person? Probably. Robert Horry here. How many rings would Robert Horry have? 7, right? At this point in his career. I think so. Bobby Sura, poker player. Charlie Ward. All right, you know what? Screw it. We're going with Greg Ostertag. It's not going to be an elite backup center, but it's what you kind of have to deal with. All right, I'll see you guys at the start of year 2. Last year, we made it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals before losing in 7 games. This year, we're looking for a little bit of revenge, and this team is insane. I mean, really not enough good things I can say about it. I think this starting 5 got significantly better with Carmelo Anthony's progression. Obviously, the addition here of Carlos Boozer as well. Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, Carmelo Anthony, Carlos Boozer, Ben Wallace. Bench unit also got significantly better. Addition of Manu Ginobili, one of the greatest 6th men of all time. Andre Iguodala was obviously a draft pick. We're very, very excited to see what he can bring to the table. So I got Chucky Atkins, David West, and then a new addition here in the backup center in Greg Ostertag. And that picture is not doing him any favors. Holy shit. All right, I will see you guys at the end of year 2. 63-19 to wrap up year 2 here in Detroit. Shaquille O'Neal's your MVP. Got Kobe and Shaq going back-to-back in the MVP department. Devin Harris is your Rookie of the Year. He went 2nd overall, as you all saw. I'm surprised Dwight didn't get it, but good for Devin Harris. Bobby Jackson, 6th Man of the Year in Sacramento. AK-47, Mr. Andre Kirilenko is your D-Boy. Yao Ming, Most Improved. George Karl, wow, we didn't even have the best record in the league. Holy shit. All right, let's take a full look at the standings right now. We finished as the 2 seed here in the East, only behind Milwaukee, and they're good. I don't know if they're as good as we are, but again, going to be an interesting Eastern Conference Finals if we match up. Let's take a look at the numbers on the year. Carmelo Anthony, Rip Hamilton, Carlos Boozer was a welcomed addition. Chauncey Billups, Manu Ginobili off the bench. I mean, everything is just looking absolutely fantastic. Ben Wallace led us in boards, and assist was Mr. Chauncey Billups. All right, it's going to be the 8-seeded Wizards here for us in round 1. Larry Hughes, Corey Maggette, Jerry Stackhouse, Josh Smith, Christian Laettner. I mean, this is no walk in the park as an 8-seed first-round matchup for us, but oh my God, we're not. Oh my, holy shit. I thought we were the one. Excuse me. We're down here. We're the... Okay. Mind fart. Jason Kidd, Kerry Kittles, Richard Jefferson, Bernard Griffin, Jeff Foster. I do not know why. Nonetheless, the result doesn't change, but just all over the place today. All right. Gilbert Arenas is in Miami. Wow. Eddie Jones, Caron Butler. Harold Valentine was the guy they drafted. I have no idea who this is. seems like one of those just auto-generated rookies. You got Mike Miller coming off the bench now. Good old Kendrick Perkins. All right, let's see what ends up happening here against the Miami Heat. We are currently up 2-1. They tie at 2-2. We go up 3-2. And, yeah, we're meeting up with Milwaukee, the team I thought we were, at least in round 1. Howard Isley, Ray Allen, Michael Redd, Chris Bosh, Boris Macy. Who the hell is Boris Macy? What are these names 2K comes up with? I think we're far and away the better team here. I don't think that's a crazy statement. We're up 3-1 right now. They make it 3-2. We're going to Game 7, and thank God. Oh, shit. It is Kobe and Shaq. Jamal Crawford is here. Trevor Ariza. Hito Turkoglu. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. It's such a fun name to say. Hito Turkoglu. All right. Kobe and Shaq are obviously the two best players in this series, and we're up 3-0. It looks like it does not matter. So let's waltz into Staples Center and end this thing with a damn championship. I think that would be great. Just pushing the finals a year later for us. So that's cool. Okay, we're not going to be winning this one. Doesn't look like it. Okay, back to the Detroit Pistons. Back to Detroit we go. And please don't do that. Don't make this any harder than it really needs to be for me here. We are battling right now with the Lakers. Looks like it's a good back and forth game, and definitely not over. So it's going to be a fight to the end. I'll see you guys in there. All right, here in Detroit, we are currently up 5. This one, we're feeling good, but it does not mean it's over. Inside to Ben Wallace, goes up and bricks the fucking layup. Oh, good. All right, this one is definitely well within reach. I mean, you got Kobe, you got Shaq, Jamal Crawford, and yeah, I mean, we got to lock it the fuck in. So let's just do our thing, kick it back over here to Chauncey Billups. We're up 5 with 3 minutes to go. Good pick here from Boozer, a little mid-range jumbo. That's a bad shot. That's a horrible green area. I mean, you'd think it would be bigger. I'm not expecting like Steph Curry range, but why is Carlos Boozer? No, make the switch. That's my fault, but okay. Let me slow this down a little bit. I just need to make sure that, like, Jamal Crawford. Oh, okay, getting absolutely torched right now. That's not a foul? Okay, it is a foul. Thank you very much. Chauncey going to the stripe. He's going to have 2 free throws. And, yeah, he's having a pretty good game so far. I mean, 12-5-7. It's hopefully an efficient 12-5-7. But with the way this team's kind of built, we don't really exactly need him to be scoring, 20-plus points a game. So first free throw from Chauncey is up. It is good. That green area is just so small. Should be a little bit bigger. Getting Trevor Ariza, Hito Turkoglu back in the game. Who did they just shove out Shaq? Oh my God, they just pulled Shaq. What the hell is Phil Jackson cooking? Why is Shaq not in the game right now? I'm not hacking a Shaq when I'm up 5. I mean, I guess I could, but okay, they take a timeout immediately. I would probably put Shaq back in. I don't think it makes any sense to leave one of the best big men in NBA history out right now. I'm keeping all my starters in. You want to foul Ben Wallace, you're more than welcome to. And no, they still don't put him. That's insane. You can see him chilling on the bench over there. There are decisions in life. They're not wise decisions always. That's probably not a wise one. All right, got Carmelo Anthony, Trevor Ariza going one-on-one. You got Kobe and Rip Hamilton. Now Rip Hamilton trying to guard Kobe. Good defense. 12th rebound on the night. And Carlos Boozer not going to be my primary ball handler. Chauncey Billups, way too easy. Giving us that 7-point lead with 2 minutes to go. We're on the verge of championship. Oh my God, what's up with the timeouts? The timeouts are not going to stop my momentum. I can promise you that. Okay, let's just get through this very quickly. Keep the starters in the game. Yada, yada, yada. Let's rip this thing open. All right, cool. Carmelo Anthony, we're going to try to deny ball here. He's definitely potentially on his way to a finals MVP and would be the only ring in Carmelo Anthony's career. I really wish he ended up getting a ring. Just a damn shame, man. Just really never worked out. Did I see, and in fact, check me if this is wrong, did he only win 1 playoff series with New York? I find that a little hard to believe. I find that a little crazy. I mean, it's definitely possible. I mean, obviously, the East was very good at that time, but really? It's a bad shot. But 1 playoff series? That's it? I don't know. I thought he won more than 1. I mean, maybe I'm wrong on that, but I thought that was the case. I don't know. Obviously, things are going to be different here because, he gets drafted to Detroit and he's playing alongside some really good players. This would have been a crazy what if, and I don't know what's going on with that defense right there, but Chauncey Billups is having himself a way to end potentially the last game of the season. Okay, cool. I mean, Kobe's obviously getting the ball. I mean, that's just obvious. Misses the 3. We'll do 1 more offensive possession. This one's basically over. Let's use Carmelo Anthony. I don't want to say it's technically Carmelo's rebuild, but kind of is. Melo going down. I don't know who this dude is, but he's not guarding me. Oh, okay, we missed. All right, let's wrap it up. I'll see you guys at the finals MVP. We end up beating the Lakers in 5 here in year 2 and winning our first championship. 21-year-old Carmelo Anthony gets one before LeBron. He gets one before Dwayne Wade. He gets one before Chris Bosh. You love to see it. All right, so that's great. Obviously, we're not done. Let's take a look at player retirements. David Robinson calls it a career. Vlade Divac. Okay, interesting. Staff retirements, probably nobody knows. Oh, Larry Brown, definitely a noticeable one. Hall of Fame, David Robinson. And, yeah, jersey retirement, Robinson, cool. All right, historic changes. The Pistons, we're changing the logo. So our logo's going from something cool to that. That sucks. All right, draft lottery time. We definitely don't have anything here. I've traded just about every single draft pick that we have for the next 5-ish plus years. This is the 2005 draft class. Who is this? Oh, yeah, it's Chris Paul. Okay. Well, some team's getting lucky. I don't know who has the first overall pick. It is the Supersonics. Staff signing, we're good with Rick Carlisle. Obviously, he's won a championship. In terms of what's going to be changed on this team, I mean, it's not going to be much. We want to confirm we don't have any draft picks. We do not. I mean, maybe a new backup center. That could be about it. But Melo, David West, both coming back. Very good pieces for us. Elijah Chris, probably not. And, yeah, I guess free agency here. Do we have any free agents? We probably do, actually. I think we do. Let me just double check. Oh, maybe we do not. Okay, that's actually great. Let's just go find me a new backup center. Eaton Thomas, probably not. All right, I'm going to get a little cheesy right now. We're going to go out and we're going to sign Kerry Kittles, and then we're going to trade Kerry Kittles again. It's a little scummy, but I'm not bringing back Greg Ostertag. I don't really think that's a smart idea. So we're bringing in Kerry Kittles here. Actually, I guess I don't really have room for him. What I was going to say is I probably could have just signed somebody else. I forget who the point guard was, but he was like an 80 overall and replaced Chucky Atkins, but it's what it is. Kerry Kittles is going to get traded, and yeah, I mean, we have 2 first-round picks here, just some sort of center, preferably. Jamal McGlure? Is it McGlure? I don't know. Jason Williams. Okay, I mean, we have options here. Kurt Thomas, 32 years old. 14-8 last year. Actually, not too bad. Sam Cassell is here. I love Sam Cassell, but we just don't really need a point guard. Yeah, no. We're going to go ahead. We're going to make the trade, and we are going to pick up Kurt Thomas here from the New York Knicks. See you guys at the start of the third and final year. We won it all last year, and obviously that's great, but it is now time for a new season. It is year 3, the final season, and we're looking to go back-to-back. It's Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, Carmelo Anthony, Carlos Boozer, Ben Wallace. No changes in the starting 5. Bench unit's going to be led by Manu Ginobili, Andre Iguodala, Kurt Thomas, David West, Chucky Atkins. I like this team quite a bit. It's definitely one of my better teams that I've had in terms of like a Kobe and Shaq era rebuild, and we ended up being pretty good. I will see you guys at the end of the final year. Kevin Garnett is your MVP here at the end of the third and final season. Pretty cool seeing 3 different MVPs, all from great players in this era. KG gets it to round it out. Hell of a season, by the way. I didn't see our record. I was scrolling through Twitter. Chris Paul is your Rookie of the Year. Ended up going number 1 overall to Seattle. Jamal Crawford, 6th Man of the Year, is now in, I was about to say Brooklyn, technically New Jersey. Andre Kirilenko, that's a 2nd straight DPOY. Dwight Howard, Most Improved. Rick Carlisle, Coach of the Year. We went 69-13. Nice. All right, it is time for the final playoffs and hopefully a 2nd straight championship. We were 14 games up on the Cavs. Okay, look at who LeBron's surrounded with. Actually, not too bad. Here's a look at the Western Conference. You want to pause? Feel free. All right, let's take a look at the numbers on the season. Carmelo Anthony just leading this team at 21 years old is just absolutely insane. Everything else looking great. Rebounds was Boozer. Assists with Chauncey Billups. All right, it is the Toronto Raptors here. Let me just confirm that we have the right team this time. And, yeah, Sam Cassell, Vince Carter, Derek Woodson, P.J. Brown, Zach Randolph, P.J. Brown, Celtics legend. All right, sweep. Milwaukee here. Pain in the ass with Ray Allen and Chris Bosh, but I don't really see a way that this team beats us. We're just, okay, maybe hang with me for a second. I thought we were just going to be way too good, way too deep, and we are. All right, now we have Cleveland. Obviously, got LeBron James here. He ended up having a pretty good career, I would say. Marcus Fizer is a Big Z, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, Ricky Davis. I mean, they're good. I think we're better. I really do. I mean, they might have the best player in the series already in LeBron, as crazy as that sounds, but okay, going to Game 7, and we are back in the finals, once again taking on Kobe and Shaq. Not easy, but, you know, at least they lost Jamal Crawford. So let's see. Can we get the best of the Lakers once again? Maybe win a 2nd championship. We are currently up 3-1, and we win in 5 for the 2nd straight year, and it is the 2nd straight year of Carmelo Anthony winning a Finals MVP. What a way to cap it off. Would that have been the case in real life? Would the Pistons have maybe won 2 in a row if Carmelo Anthony ended up in Detroit? I guess the world will never know, but obviously it worked out and it didn't for Detroit. I mean, long run it didn't work out at all. You know, with the way they went about the 2003 draft. I mean, there's just absolutely no way, like looking back on it, you could ever even remotely consider passing on any of those guys. But obviously that's hindsight, and it just would have been such a crazy scenario to see Melo, in Detroit. So instead of Darko, because yeah, he didn't really pan out too well. But yeah, I had a ton of fun with this one. Thank you guys. I saw a couple of the people actually comment this one, and its rebuild actually turned out really well. I had a ton of fun with this, so hopefully you guys enjoyed as well. If you did, leave a like down below. That'd obviously be awesome. And yeah, anything else you guys want to see, let me know. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.